Abyss.
That's just every week with you.
Well, no.
Well,
I didn't
pussy.
cry last week's
Listen,
Made in Abyss. It's
How do you
just
know they're not like me and they just cry at
eerily
everything?
Scene stuff.
Listen,
is
that
really
scene when All
depressing.
Might's just going hands against Nom, like, let's fucking go. Very emotional for me.
Oh,
The first-
you're next. Matt's over there like,
Dude,
yes,
I was fucking dying, dude. Don't at me, bro. Stop gaslighting me.
I can see the tears in his eyes. What a little bitch.
Dude, it was such an emotional story. Like, he's like, you're next. Everyone's like, what does he mean? Midoriya's like, he's talking to me. And I'm over there like, Midoriya, do it. My whole computer background is become a hero. Cross-examine. We're back. Matt, Justus, Ed. He's dead. Episode 102.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was being cool. Like, episode 102 and an explosion, animation. Woo, editor's not going to do it. Oh, maybe someday we'll actually do it.
Maybe. If we have time. We don't have a lot of time.
We don't have a lot of
lately.
time right now. Cisco.
Well, we're talking about our C list, which is Devil is a Part-Timer, a couple of Cuckoos, My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, and Smile of the Arsnotoria.
Arsnotoria. That's what we're going with. That's what
Yeah.
we've said this whole time. It's what we're going to stick with on there because fuck trying to learn that name.
Yeah.
Yo, this week was just a whole bunch of bro moments. Not bro moments, but like wingman moments.
Is Devil is a Part-Timer done?
There's technically one more episode that came out today, but I was just going to talk about next week. Next week's going to be like our cleanup. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff that actually airs this upcoming week. Like, I'm pretty sure My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia, Season 6 starts up. I don't know what Season 6 is in Japanese, but I know Boku no Hero Academia.
The Roku, is that 5 or 6? I don't remember. Oh,
Yeah, it's 6 because it's the Roku.
mm.
Oh, you know what they can name the Roku 6? They could just name it Roku. Listen, I gave him a best shot. God, you weigh a lot, buddy. Just falling on the floor. Hey, for our audio-only listeners, we're going to be talking about Devil's a Part-Timer. Season 2. Season 2 technically ended. I only watched till episode 11 because that's what I was supposed to technically watch today. We're just behind a lot right now. And you know what the best part about the whole thing is, Justus? They announced Season 3, and I'm like, really? Do we really want another season after this season? And I guess a lot of people just enjoy it. They're like, it's back, it's great. I'm like, it's definitely not as good as Season 1. It's not even like, I think, half as good as Season 1. It's been a lot of like, let's do this. Okay, this took half an episode. Let's do that. But now that we're at the end of the season, we're actually getting some good content. I'm like, why did we wait this entire time? So you got the Devil, which is Mao. And then we got Emmy, which is the hero on there. They're kind of falling in love more. So it's starting from like an action reverse isekai type thing to rom-com reverse isekai type thing. I don't like it. I don't like humans and demons getting together.
I do if the pussy's wet I'm down.
Also, there's been a further development. So you see Rika, bottom right. She is now in love with Ashia. Well, I guess her name is Suzuki, but they call her Rika because, like, they know we're in the show on there. And Ashia is, like, the devil's second in command. She's kind of fallen in love after the whole fair episode that I was talking about on there. And she's like, what kind of clothes do you think? She calls Emmy. She's like, what kind of clothes do you think he likes in a woman? Like, what does he like his woman to look like? And then Emmy's like, I don't know. He doesn't buy anything because they're poor, so he shops at, like, basically Goodwill. He's like, I want to see him wear clothes from this store. And she's like, he kind of wears poor clothes on there. And then he only shops at blah, blah, blah. She's like, so nothing name brand. She's like, yeah, nothing name brand. Shows up in, like, really nice outfit on there. And she's like, maybe he'll notice me.
No. Does he ignore it?
Kinda. He's like, let's bring her because she's bought a TV, so she knows stuff about TVs. We've known this from a personal basis on there. Literally, that was the plot of, like, the reason why they brought Rika shopping for a TV with him. It's like, she's bought a TV. She owns a phone. She knows everything. She's like, I have a 26-inch TV. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a 27-inch monitor. That's a tiny TV. She's like, but I'm thinking about upgrading to 4K. And they're like, oh, what's 4K? And I'm like, oh my God, this is just like a fucking PTSD flashback from like working electronics for so many years. It's like,
People just still will be like, yeah, so I'm thinking about upgrading to 4K. It's like, it's 2022. You should have done that 3 years ago.
oh, not. I guess people were just waiting for the TVs to get sold. But like, I'm thinking listen, this is what threw me off in the whole episode. They go to the electronics store to buy the TVs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they're in a food shop in the mall with their TVs. They're like 55 inch and they're 43 inch. I'm like, are they just hauling these around the entire fucking mall? Like, it's there for continuity, but I'm just like, I feel like there's a way they need to get these home, and just like hauling them around the mall and then having to haul them home is not the way to go. Yeah, they're like a 55 inch TV is not small. Like the box you're gonna be holding like this.
Mm-hmm.
Plus they're shorter. Not hating them on Japan, but like the smallest girl in the group, Suzumo, top right, she's probably like DJ size. Not hating on DJ, just saying like imagine DJ hauling a 55 inch TV home on like the subway. So I'm actually kind of like figuring out, how do Japanese people get their TVs home? I didn't look it up on there, but I'm just
probably
like,
have delivery.
It'd have to be delivery, but if you just buy it in the store and you don't want to pay for delivery, you just like carrying this fucking TV on the subway?
Probably.
Like, that's highly inconvenient because you got to go through the whole like beep boop thing, like the little door open thing.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude, it's so fucking dumb. Also, the Emeraldo, whatever her name is, middle right. We're on my anime list if you want to follow along. She says like maybe 3 sentences this season, and I completely forgot she was a character until she calls Emmy, and she's like, "Hey, did you know your mom is like here visiting you?" She's like, "My mother? Where is she?" They get a magic crystal, shoot some magic into it. Super stupid. Guide the way on there. And there's this light that like shoots up from her purse. I'm like, does no one see this? Like, you're going to notice a light sticking out like 2 feet from like someone's purse on there. It's just a weird thing. No one pays attention to it, right? Even when she's in the fucking hospital, no one pays attention to it.
It's the Japanese. They're polite and they don't want to get in the way.
So dumb. I'm just like, why? And you know what's even worse about these entire episodes on there, Justice? You know what's even worse about these episodes?
There's no titties.
A huge plot point of like they were working on the farm. There's a lot of titties. Don't act like there's no titties in the show.
Bear titties.
No, what? I mean, there was a bear. Bear shows up. That's where we left off last time, right? And like this oh my fucking God. It's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. I know I'm running out of time, but they're working on the fields. They're like, there's been a string of robberies lately with, they're taking high value fruit. And they're taking watermelons and like precious tomatoes. And I'm just like, those aren't expensive. Then I remembered, oh wait, they are kind of expensive in Japan. Like watermelons are not cheap.
It's because they hone their craft, goddammit.
And like
it's an
the
art.
Whole plot of this is we need to stay up late, catch these criminals driving around late at night, stealing precious fruits and vegetables on there. And they only remember there was this car. Well, like the old grandma's like, there should be a car. Like, it can't be too big, too small. And the devil's like, you're right. A semi-truck's too big. It will be noticed. But an regular sedan doesn't hold enough fruit. And then Emmy's like, what about that SUV that drove by earlier that honked at the bear and then, scared it? Real quick side note, Emmy literally fucking like goes to grab the bear because she's a hero. She's got superpowers. Then the rest of the family shows up that thinks she's human. She's like, I gotta think of something quick so they don't know I'm superhuman. Like, uppercut palm hits the bear, knocks it out, and then flips it over on its back. That's totally a way. But they catch the criminals, right, that are stealing these fruits to use their superhuman powers. Like Suzumo, they thought they hit her. She's like standing in the road, and their car just stops because she's superhuman as well. Just stops the car. They're like, oh my God, we hit her. What do we do? Let's keep driving away. And then she lifts up the front, right? And then Emmy cuts open the top of the whole thing. You know why they were stealing fruits?
Because they're poor and hungry?
Basically, yeah. They were college students that were using it as like fun money because they don't have any money for spending. And I'm like, wow, so you just put these kids in their like jail for the rest of their life because they just want some money. Granted,
I wouldn't say jail for the rest of their life, but
they were stealing from a lot of farms.
You do have a 99% conviction rate, so
yeah, so you're kind of fucked. That's kind of what happened. There's more that happened. I don't like. It's like here's almost the end of the season. What happened? People stole fruits and went with TV shopping, and TVs exploded. All the TVs in the store blew up at one point with like a flashing white light, and like all the screens were broke. Worst fucking nightmare. But not the TVs in the box, only the TVs that were on. Speaking of stuff that got turned on, hey, my stepmom daughter is my ex, Yumi.
Look.
Yo, that bitch wants that dick bad.
Yeah.
Okay, can we talk about the wingman? Is she even on here? Oh yeah, there we go. Madoka.
Yeah, Madoka.
Yeah, Madoka Magica.
Absolute fucking Chad of a cousin. Like, I got you. Everything's good.
Yo, he's such a shut-in, man. Ever since he met you, he's been kind of open. You want to be open for him? Open them legs.
Here, I'll go get him for you. Absolutely no one is allowed in here for the next 30 minutes. Nothing's going on.
That's not what she said. She said no one will be around for the next half hour. Not me, mom, dad, grandparents. You'll be all alone in here by yourself.
Closes the door. No one's allowed in here for the next 30 minutes.
It's like, my man, I can get it.
Also, look, I'm going to have to say it. Mizuto, he is a little slick. Just a little slick with that. You gotta give it. I know you hate giving the show those like, ooh, that was a good one.
That was his one time he was like, oh, you know, my first love used to laugh and now she's laughing again. It's like, ooh, fucking smooth as fuck, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, because
where was it the whole season?
I told you my first love used to laugh a lot, and then it hits her, and he like walks away, and it's like, good job, my guy.
Dude, she had to change her pants after that.
Also, his life is depressing.
What do you want from him? Like,
I didn't think we were gonna get hit with the like, yeah, mom basically died at childbirth, and he was being raised by a dad all this alone this entire time, also, and the family does the pity thing.
Yeah.
And
can we also talk about how much of a Chad his cousin is? No, sorry. There was a very distinct Alabama moment, like, this is his cousin, or this is my uncle's granddaughter on there. So it's like your second cousin. Mm-hmm. And she totally did the thing of like, let's take off our swimsuits. I'm like, listen, I don't know how old she is. Those are that's like a very skimpy swimsuit for like someone of that age.
Yeah, I think she's like maybe a year or so older.
Like, she is straight up like, you're wearing a red thong is what she is fucking wearing. And she's like, come on, take off your clothes too. Let's go swimming. And I'm like, none of the adults are swimming. You're the only two people in there. That's weird as fuck.
Gotta have a view for the
God, that just sounds
creepy. But
this week of Classic Anime, Justice loves Subway.
I like this show. I hate that I like it as much as I do.
Also, Mizuto's sorry to interrupt, very observant, because like they win that prize. She's like, this is the game that you've been playing. It's like, oh, he remembers. Kind of like an offhand.
Yeah, because it even establishes, and you may realize it, where it's like he's not cold and he doesn't hate his family. He just like is standoffish because he's kind of been put in this weird kind of scenario.
Boy's got depression issues.
Yeah.
So I always have to look because I know she's played a lot of characters from shows we've watched on there.
Oh, yeah. And
also, like, listen, he is smooth, but their love is like super cringy.
Well, yeah, but
it's high school love, so it's like,
is it
cringe?
When you think about the girl you dated in high school for quite a while,
never would again.
Could you think of some really cringy stuff?
Really cringy.
So, I mean,
I'm just saying, listen, I don't need to see the cringy. I've already seen this. Listen, at least they ended the season out with cringy Mizuto.
I always got told no. I don't know what any of this is like. I got to watch it.
Well, you and Mizuto have a lot in common on it.
Well, no, because the man has more than me.
You're going to be more mysterious, Justice.
I've had a girl in my bedroom one time, and it's because she gave me a CD and I listened to it on my birthday.
Can I tell you I heard the wrong thing?
What?
I didn't hear egg roll. I had egg roll, and I was very confused.
I once had an egg roll in my bedroom. It was delicious.
You can see why I was confused because you started talking. You're like, and she handed me some music. I'm like, oh, he said a girl, not egg roll.
Girl.
Can it be the title of it? Egg roll in my room?
No.
I mean, come on, it works out perfect. That's what we're talking about.
But
Cringe.
like, yeah, nothing ever happened. I got that, like, I listened to part of a song and was like, sounds really good, cool, thanks.
Also, Isana, like, we're just friends. I kind of like him.
Fucking digging for gold.
Yeah, she's over there, like, holding him. You have a stalker. It's like, bitch, you're the one holding on to this man the entire time that he wants to fuck his new stepsister while his second cousin removed wants them to get together. But at the same time, you know, she secretly wants him too.
No.
You know she wants it.
I like how Mizuto, because they were watching, like, a movie, which they did one of those weird things where he's critiquing. I don't think it was a real movie, but at
Wasn't
one
there
point,
a lot of real manga in there?
well, yeah. Well, with the movie, I was like, I haven't recognized that movie. It could be a real movie too. Who knows? But
It's actually Boku no Pico, the movie.
yeah, the author's fetishes were really on display, and it's like, what were you watching?
Listen, we talked about this before in our video. Someone at Cloverworks has a foot fetish.
Well, yes, they do.
Someone in this show definitely had a foot fetish too. There were a lot of scenes where it's like, settle down, boys.
Yeah.
People need to slow down on their foot fetishes on there.
Also, oh no, don't do the segue thing. We are talking about the most important part.
What?
They kissed.
Whatever.
They may have boned at that shrine. Who knows? But
no one was there for 30 minutes.
They definitely kissed. So
yeah, there was she forced himself onto him.
Also, there's that whole like plot line of great grandpa wrote a book that he never published.
It was only written by hand. You can tell the art. The when it's like, shut up, your grandpa wrote a shitty book.
Well, I mean, it made two people cry. It seems pretty good to me.
Yeah. What's the last thing you cried at?
Maiden Abyss.
That should say every week with you.
Well, no,
Wow,
I didn't
pussy.
cry last week's Maiden Abyss. It's
how do you know they're not like me and they just cry at everything?
Scene stuff.
Listen, that
really
scene when
depressing.
All Might's just going hands against Nam, like, let's fucking go. Very emotional for me.
You're next. Matt's over there like,
yes, dude. I was fucking dying, dude. Don't at me, bro. Stop gaslighting me.
I can see the tears in his eyes. What a little bitch.
Dude, it was such an emotional story. Like, he's like, you're next. Everyone's like, what does he mean? Midoriya's like, he's talking to me. And I'm over there like, Midoriya, do it. My whole computer background is become a hero.
Yeah, unfortunately, the last couple of seasons have been real weak.
Yeah. Really quick tangent. Like, I cried at almost every single Overwatch thing. They're like, they're trailers. Listen, the Reinhardt one gets you right in the feels.
Yeah, till you like look at it objectively and you're like, well, that don't make sense.
What doesn't make sense?
Some of the Reinhardt stuff, like
what about? I also talk about
the layouts of certain things don't make sense.
Oh, because they play the map and you
well, I mean, yeah.
fuck you, whatever. Listen, it's not exact on there. I do gotta say the saddest one was Soldier 76. He used to be one of them heroes. It's like, not anymore, kid. I'm like, no. Speaking of heroes, oh sorry, I messed all this up on there. Yo, did you know there's bad guys in my stepmom's daughter's Max? It's his dick wanting, other stuff. You know who else wants to be a dick?
You're
the bad boys in Arsnotoria. Let's fucking go. Also, hang on. Okay.
The show sucked.
Did Arsnotoria say we need to get my sister involved? And then Paulina, is that her sister?
I have no idea. Which one? Arsnotoria.
She's like, we should get our sister involved. Then they go to this big blob thing. Is that her sister?
I think she refers to her as her sister. I think they also say that like Alberta has a sister as well, and it never appeared. And then at the end, the teacher finally came back, and it was all like a blurry thing, which everyone was basically like, yo, that's supposed to be you in the game, by the way. And I was like, oh, that's cringe.
What, the giant blob monster thing?
No, not the giant blob monster. At the very end where all 5 girls are like doing a curtsy, and then that like maid shows up and they're all like shifty, and
so
can't.
Are you supposed to be the maid?
No, the class teacher.
Oh, yeah.
The one
I don't know.
Yeah,
From
it was weird.
From one standpoint, if you loved the games and you just want to see cute girls do cute things and like some bad boy things, it fits a lot of categories. Like I still think it did relatively bad.
He was gonna say relatively good, and then he looked at the score.
It almost got a 6 on there. The problem with like you're adapting a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Stories did a great job. Really fucking gruesome. Really like it hit what it needed to. And then I'm trying to think of another show we watched recently that was adapted from a game. There was another one.
You said Ghost Stories. Do you mean Corpse Party?
Corpse Party. That's what I meant. Sorry. I'm thinking of like a really shitty dub, which is Ghost Stories, I think. Corpse Party. Fantastic job. Like,
It's a little weird.
Isn't Higurashi adapted from a game too?
I know Danganronpa is adapted from a game.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Danganronpa did a fucking fantastic job, right? Like, I think it's like, it's interesting they keep doing stuff with it. Cringe. I don't know. Listen, when the bad boys did bad things, I was like, wow, this is a really interesting story. Like, can I just get the bad boys doing bad things like story?
Yeah.
Because like super well animated, super unique characters.
Until the last episode, which they just had to do the regular animation on them instead of that like wide aspect and
the 21:9.
Yeah.
Like the theater aspect.
Mm-hmm. And my biggest problem, we did finish this show, by the way. The same thing with Stepmom Daughter is my ex, but like they didn't interact. Like neither of those storylines actually
when they were
converged.
going towards the castle, I was thinking like maybe the girls are up in the castle and they're just not allowed on the lower floors. Then it's like, nope, this is a completely different fucking kingdom at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So
you
it's
have
just
no
like,
fucking idea what's going on.
It's just, where are they at? Like, can I get a map of like, I'm sure someone has it. Like, if you played the game, I guess it all makes sense.
I don't even know where you get the game. It's not available on iOS. So I have no idea.
Full Metal is a perfect example of like what to do. They did Full Metal Alchemist original. They have all that content that you kind of have background of. Then they did Brotherhood. The thing is, they still gave you more than enough information to be caught up with the story. Like, whereas Full Metal Alchemist original, it's like 3 or 4 episodes is when you're in Leonore. They did 1 episode, condensed it down to the parts that are important, and you still got the story up until that point. This is like, yo, fucking shit's hitting the fan. You better get used to it or buy the game.
Yeah. It's disappointing. There were definitely moments where it's like, I'm bored watching this.
Yeah, like that's why I said it's only going to hit certain people. Like I said, people that played the games or people that like cute girls doing cute things with occasional bad boys.
But I like cute girls doing cute things. I've watched...
There we go. We got them, ladies and gentlemen.
I've watched, enjoy, and own the Blu-ray of Girls Last Tour. I have no problems. Also, K-On! All of K-On!
Like, Girls Last Tour is depressing.
Yeah, well, yeah, but tell me that there's literally anything going on in that show 90% of the episodes. But I still enjoyed it. At least there, I think they knew what they were doing.
I think the problem is they relied too much on the game aspect. So when they're doing the thing, it's like, let's get berries and stuff. It's like, well, this is just like a mission in the game, I think. Someone said, like, this is literally one of the fucking missions. So I'd like to see what the game got score-wise and see how close the anime got. Like, I wonder if it got like an 8 out of 10. And this has a 6. Because this is going to be the score for the season. Like, even the last episode, it's like, we're getting cake and jam and, like, use the force to stop the jam. It's like...
Yeah, you're getting that stuff while you're getting these weird smash cuts to...
Yo, let's murder these
bad
guards.
Dudes, like, murdering...
But it was so good. The guard thing, like, the whole, like, attack this thing, I was like, this is good. There is plot in the bad boys doing bad things.
Yeah, but none of it exists, like, enough to want to watch another season.
We're for sure this only has... That we're done with this, right?
Yeah, that's all. That was the entire season, which is why at the very end of episode 12, where it's like, wait, that was all? Like,
so if
nothing
they did
converged.
Another season, I might wait till it's done airing and then binge it.
Yeah. I don't think I'd even do that. Like, this is one of the few times where I want to try to continue to watch the things that we've talked about.
Well, if it gets another season, it's not going to be for like a year at least. But I would wait, binge it, and if it's...
I'm probably going to watch Inspector season 2. It sucks, but we finished it.
Inspector was still better than this.
I also did hear that like after that first arc, it does pick up. So I'm interested.
Which sucks that we like stopped at the shittiest. It was literally like
I watched the whole thing.
It was an episode of just talking, then 2 episodes of just talking to a snake, and it's like, oh, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But I have heard that too. It gets way better, which sucks because at least over like take a series like Shield Hero, first arc, like the first whole like season, amazing. I loved it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Then they did a turtle arc. I'm like, why does the animation like it suck? And it's like they probably just know it's all gonna suck, so why waste the time?
Mm-hmm.
They did a good enough job that you can get through it. Now we're gonna get the good stuff.
Hopefully.
But as far as like this show is concerned, I think a 5.5 probably fits it better than almost a 6.
Yeah, I gave it a 5.
It's only got 5,000 users, which makes sense. It's really not that great.
Yeah, 5,000 people have rated that, and like it's pretty low.
Sorry, I'm scrolling up real quick. I just want to see what that is compared to one of the better seasons. What's something that's its own thing? Let's grab Call of the Night. God damn it. Sorry, I'm trying to click on it real quick. Because it's unfair comparing it to Overlord or Made in Abyss because it has. Call of the Night, 87,000 people. So it just shows like... But to be fair, Call of the Night had a manga. It's hyped. But I feel like this should have been hyped just as much because it had a game with it.
They just did a poor job. That's kind of how I feel about it. Because we could even...
Blu-ray's already starting to come out.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We could talk about the jam stuff or like any of that, but it's 90% of the stuff we saw earlier. And you had 10 minutes within these 3 episodes of them just practicing balancing books on their head to be ladylike.
That is a skill you need to know. It'll bring honor to your family. Can you balance a book in your head?
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
No, not those books. Those books are expensive.
Yeah.
Touch them.
They're also too heavy.
You need the right book.
You need the right book.
Give me a copy of some hentai.
Yeah, give me Seed.
No, fuck you. That's expensive. I didn't pay for it, but it's expensive. Expensive to replace. Oh, God.
So,
can we just have a week?
Speaking of expensive to replace, a couple of cuckoos.
It's happening.
I'm gonna say it right now.
What team are you? Before anything else, who do you want to win the woman fight or the girl fight? Best girl fight.
Erica. Hero's an absolute cunt in that you can see just how much of like a shit she is within these last couple of episodes.
Hero needs to be set free.
Oh yeah, she also needs to just stop fucking with other people in the background because she is.
Listen, I got beef with these 3 episodes. Nothing about Hero. It's about Erica. They made it look like she was fully naked. And they're like, I'm wearing a swimsuit. It's like the bullshit. You made it like she was naked.
That was a good... It was a good joke.
Nagi's over there like, I'm going to get out. Listen, they're giving a lot of credit down there. Just saying. She's like, why are you naked? Why are you not naked? I'm wearing a swimsuit. It's like, bullshit. I saw the frames 3 seconds earlier. You were wearing nothing. This is bullshit. It's bullshit. All of you need to know it.
I think it's funny. It was a good joke. I got a good kind of laugh out of it.
Have you been kind of swayed towards Team Sachi? Listen,
no.
They established too hard, like, we're sisters. And it's also bullshit. Listen, I'm going to keep saying bullshit. Fuck everyone. What if I wanted to marry you? Then he thinks, she's like, hey, what's that joke? Then she goes fucking depressed, sleeps over there. It's like,
no,
wow.
She was happy.
Yeah, but it's like, you're trying to trick that man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Look, she's definitely not going to win. It's going to be one of those scenarios where Erica wins in the end.
It's inevitable that Erica wins. Unless, because we're going to get another season.
Probably.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Unless they do something in that next season that, like, sways it from, like, Team Erica to, like, Team Hero. Or really the only option after Erica, I think, is Sachi. Due to buildup of it.
Can I make a out of the park guess of how this?
Yo,
entire
he's gonna
thing
get
ends?
together with his brother.
He takes all three of them.
Oh, baby!
Royal Rumble.
Oh, God. God.
He puts each one of them in their own hotel, and then he just makes certain laps.
You can watch this week's Royal Rumble on WE at 7 Eastern Time.
But I think at the very end of all of this, he ends up with Erica. Sachi grows out of the brother complex stuff when she realizes that she can't compete between
Hero's gonna
those
get
two.
with a brother?
Or sorry, Sachi is gonna like grow out of the brother complex. And left field, the person that she is engaged to, which you do find out it's less of the job in and is an actual person, is actually the brother, and she gets what she wants anyways.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
I'm fucking five-heading it over here, man.
Hear me out. Nagi says fuck it to everything else. Marries
The
Nami. Yep.
Marries the mom. Crazy.
Listen, she has the hair of Erica, the looks of Sachi. Tell you what, boy, both worlds.
Yeah. It's one of those scenarios where you know that it can't be.
There's unless in season 2 they heavily develop it, but they sealed the deal at the end of this season of like,
it's not even over. We got 2 episodes.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, the whole like bath hotel thing, they made it very evident. Like, you're always flirting. I don't always flirt. It's like you're in the tub. No, that's all right because they're not like as timid anymore. It's like there is too much of a connection.
Yeah, he's also getting a little hot and bothered taking pictures of her now.
Yeah. This bikini swimsuit, I can get used to this.
I think at the end of the day, it's one of these weird scenarios where who do you think has the less chance?
The least chance?
Yeah.
The least chance?
Least amount of...
Retsuko.
What?
Retsuko.
Huh?
His actual mother.
And no, what? No, it was the fucking
You
of the 3, you moron.
You said the least chance. I gave you the least chance.
Of the 3.
Honestly, it's probably Hero. There's too many like this is a cliche anime through and through. There's too many cliches where I really like this girl. I'm gonna fight for her, and he doesn't get her, unless it's what was the one we watched? Not World's End Harem. What's the other one? He kills himself. Everyone kills himself, becomes an angel.
Platinum Man.
Yeah, Platinum Man. That's the only time it actually worked because that show sucked dick.
Yeah.
Hero has the least chance. Sachi does it. I think at the end of the day, he might be like, I kind of like her, but he's always going to think like, this is my sister. And Erica is the obvious choice. Even though that they tried to throw you off when, his actual dad was like, you could marry Sachi and it fixes all the problems. That was, I think, throw people off and be like, yeah, Team Sachi, just to have like Erica over there. Like,
yeah.
For audio-only listeners, it's just it's me, Erica.
Yeah, because I also think it's Hero that has the least amount of chance for the simple fact of how the show is named. Cuckoo birds place their eggs in other nests, and to like that's kind of a whole thing. Based on the show, like that premise has to stay true basically the whole time. So yes, there could be like a potential kind of mating partner, blah blah blah.
Oh, he's gonna mate all 3.
He might
in the WWE SmackDown.
But I think at the end of the day, Hero is an outsider and is someone that Nagi looks at as kind of as an escape and a decision that he's made himself compared to everything else that he's done in his entire life.
Also, this boy's pulling like 10s. He's looking like a 2.
He's looking a little bit better, man.
You
saw naked.
Listen, I saw
him.
A side-by-side picture. Listen, below the waist, dude's fucking doing great, apparently. I saw a side-by-side picture of him and Humpty Dumpty. I was like, oh my god, this is really good for me.
But he spent too much time being the brother to Sachi. And though things are a little bit more awkward now where you have some of that, like, well, technically, there are those, like, statistics of, like, typically people who grow up, like, in families, the first person that they'll, like the most is a brother or a sister. And then you move on from that realistically.
I just want to zoom in on, like, a picture of Alabama.
But, like, it's because that's who you know first.
I mean, you did really want this show, and I feel like
like
it's going to happen.
But
listen, the only person that has a chance besides Erica is Sachi. That is the only person. Like,
yes.
There's no way Hero does, unless in season 2 they're like, he just bedded Hero. And it's like, oh, sheesh.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's a similar kind of concept with that whole, like, the things are awkward, but they'll, like, move on and still just consider each other brother and sister. There's a statistic out there that you are, like, X amount more likely to find and marry someone that is more like your mother than you realize, because you grew up and were raised by someone, and those are going to be traits that you would recognize and value. Like, that's a whole thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, literally, it's like why your partner may be like your parent.
Wow, that's a lot of rating. I just wanted a number.
Yeah, but it's an entire thing. It's part of it is just like how you were raised, some of the things that you are looking for, because that's what has already been provided for you, and there's a sense of comfort and blah 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 blah. It's weird, but there's an entire thing about it. So,
someone's looked into this a lot.
No, I mean, have you ever just sat there at 2 a.m. and it's like 10 weird things that the blah blah blah, and it's
hi,
like,
I'm Matthew Santoro. 10 weird dude. That's a fucking God. That's a dude that has not anything in years.
He still puts out videos.
He hasn't put out. I looked the other day. He's been putting out like a video in like a year and a half.
He totally has.
Matthew Santoro has. We'll have to look at the podcast. So we're both voting Erica.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
she's also got the biggest tits.
Numbers rushing into the head. Statistically, are they the biggest tits?
Of those three, yeah.
Are they? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Hero's pretty up there. Just saying.
Yeah, but she, like, anytime that you kind of see it, she's always wearing, like, push-up bras and shit. Like, doing the bicycle.
Not push-up bras. You mean athletic bras?
Yeah.
Push-up bras.
Sports bras. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, she could be wearing both. She seems
double down.
She seems pretty desperate. Fucking change my fate, smart man.
Listen, to be fair, Erica's just a rich girl that he could bend and be like, I just want money. But Hero's the shrine maiden, pure, virgin, forbidden.
Oh yeah, he's over there being like, I'm taking lands. I start with the shrine. We declare our independence.
I don't think that's how that works, Justus.
I don't know, but it's sacred land. Or he could just marry Erica and be like, look at all this land. I have so much money. I'm gonna buy a bunch of it.
What if he buys the land that the shrine's on, beds her? It's like a miniature. I don't know.
Concubines.
Yes. All right, that's all I got. You got anything big in the anime news, Justus?
Bleach is soon. So soon.
Do we want to watch that together when it comes out?
No. I am watching that by myself with tears in my eyes. And my dick in my hand.
You cried at my hero just over there. Bleach is back. Rukia.
You didn't hear that last part.
No, I didn't.
I was like, tears in my eyes, dick in my hand.
God.
But it's
bombshell of a note.
Yeah, I'm totally watching Bleach by myself. I just want to enjoy it, like, as me.
Good night. I should have put the top here.
Goodbye.